Hi, this is the CAD-CAM Lessons channel, and in this video, using this simple example, I will show you some of the basics of 3D modeling in FreeCAD. FreeCAD is a completely free 3D modeling program that anyone can use, and I'm creating this example on a relatively inexpensive office computer. I also want to show that we don't need advanced, expensive hardware to create relatively simple 3D models. We don't need a professional workstation and we don't need a powerful gaming computer. We can also create 3D models on less powerful computers. Of course, this has its limitations and we will not create an overly complex, complicated model or assembly here. At some point, working may become quite uncomfortable, but up to certain level of model complexity, we can also create these models on less powerful computers. And okay, I will now go to a new project and we will create the new project as a parametric part. I click parametric part here and we will start by creating a sketch on the XY plane. We select the create sketch command and here we select the plane on which we will create this sketch. I selected the XY plane and now I select the rectangle drawing command, but I would like to create the rectangle so that its center point is located at the coordinate system origin. That is why I select the center at rectangle command here, and before I draw the rectangle, I select the rounded corners option. If this is your first time using FreeCAD, make sure that the auto constraints and auto remove redundant constraints options are selected here. And another important thing is the navigation style. I use the Blender navigation style. And now we move the cursor over the coordinate system origin. And when the point is highlighted, I click the left mouse button and now I enter the dimensions. The longer side of the rectangle 100, I press enter, and the shorter side of the rectangle 70, I press enter, and corner radius 10, and I press enter. And we have a simple shape. Now we will create more shapes. I select the circle drawing command. I place the center of the circle at this point and I enter 10 as the circle diameter and press enter. In a similar way, I draw the next circles, but this time I will not dimension these circles. I only draw the circles so that their centers lie at these points. I click here and click any point to draw a circle. And I will draw these circles freely. Okay, I right click to cancel this command. And now I would like the center of this circle to lie at this point. That is why I select these 2 points and apply the coincident constraint. I do the same with this circle. I select the center point of the circle, I select this point and apply the coincident constraint. And now I would like these circles to have the same diameter. Of course, I can dimension each of these circles one by one. So I select the dimensioning command, I click the circle, I click the left mouse button to specify the position of the dimension, I enter 10, and I continue dimensioning the remaining circles in the same way. Of course, we could have done this while drawing them, but here I also wanted to show you the dimensioning command. This particular command works automatically. Depending on the geometry we select, the appropriate dimension will be chosen. But when we expand it, we have the individual dimension types here, and we can select the specific dimension that we want to apply. Okay, I press escape or right click to cancel the dimensioning command, and now it turns out that these circles need to have a diameter of 8. And to change it, I double click the dimension with the left mouse button and enter a new value. And I do this one by one for each circle. In this case, it is easy, but if there were more circles, it would be inconvenient, it would be time consuming and prone to errors. That is why in situations where we have circles or other geometries that need to have the same value, the same dimension, we can apply the appropriate relationship to those geometries. I will do this by deleting these dimensions so that the circles are not dimensioned. This circle is dimensioned and now I simply click these circles with the left mouse button. In the FreeCAD Sketcher, we select geometry simply by clicking it with the left mouse button, and I apply the equal constraint to these geometries, and now all the diameters are equal. And if I need to change something, I only need to change this diameter, and the others will also be adjusted. I will change the value here to 8, and I will draw one more circle here so that its center point lies at the coordinate system origin with a diameter of 30. We will leave this sketch like this. I close the sketch, and based on this sketch I will create a solid by extruding the sketch. We do this using the path operation. This is one of the basic 3D modeling operations in 3D CAD systems. I select this operation, and here I specify the extrusion length. In this case it will be the height of the solid. We enter 10 here, I click OK, and we have something like this. And now we will create another section of the solid. We will create a sketch on this face, and in addition to the coordinate system planes being usable as sketch planes, the faces of the solid can also be used as sketch planes. We select this face and choose the create sketch command. And now I select the circle drawing command. I place the center of the circle at the coordinate system origin, and I draw a circle with a diameter of 40, and I leave it like this. You don't need to do this now. I will only show it to you as a demonstration. I will close the sketch, and if I create another section of the solid based on this sketch, okay, this section of the solid will be created like this. This is not exactly what I wanted. I would also like to have a hole here. That is why I undo this operation and open this sketch for editing. I double click this sketch with the left mouse button, and here I would like to create a second circle that has the same diameter as this hole. I can do this by selecting the circle drawing command. I place the center of the circle here and enter 30 as the diameter. And in this case, this is okay. I close the sketch. You still don't need to do this. This is still a demonstration. I create another section of the solid, for example, with a length of 30, and everything is fine. But this will only work until the diameter of the hole in this section of the solid is changed. Because now, if I edit the sketch on which this solid was based, and this sketch is inside the path operation, I expand this operation here, double click the sketch with the left mouse button, and change the diameter in this sketch, for example, from 30 to 20. I close the sketch, and now the solid looks like this. This is not what I want. This is why I opened the second sketch for editing. That is the sketch on which this section of the solid was based. I double click here with the left mouse button. I delete this dimension. I don't want this circle to have a fixed dimension, and I would like to link this circle to this section of the solid. One of the basic commands related to creating 3D models in FreeCAD is the external geometry command. This command allows us to create reference geometry based on the previous section of the solid. I select this command, I click this edge, and reference geometry has been created here. I right click to cancel this command, and if in your case this line happens to be solid instead of dashed, select this geometry and choose this command to switch it to construction geometry. This is quite important because if this geometry is solid geometry, errors may occur. I will not discuss this in detail in this video. If you are interested in continuing to learn FreeCAD, simply check the other videos on my channel. There you will find the answer to how to make this geometry always appear as dashed line geometry. And now I would like this circle to have the same diameter as this hole. In this case, we can do this using the equal constraint. We simply select these two geometries, apply the equal constraint, and now, regardless of the hole diameter, the diameter of this circle will be the same. I close the sketch, and this is what it looks like. I open this sketch for editing, I enter a value of 30 here, I press enter, I close the sketch, and the changes have been applied to the solid. And this is the enormous advantage of parametric 3D CAD systems, not only FreeCAD. When we need to make changes, we only need to change a parameter and the changes will be applied to the model. Similarly, if I wanted to change the diameter of these holes, I open the sketch for editing, I double click with the left mouse button, I enter for example 5 here, I close the sketch and the changes have been applied to the model. I will show you one more basic operation for creating 3D models in FreeCAD. This is the pocket operation, which removes material from the solid based on a sketch. We will create another sketch on this face. I select this face, I select the create sketch command, and here I would like to create more circles that will be linked to these holes. That is why I select the external geometry command. In this case, I click the face of the solid to create reference geometry based on all the edges. I select the circle drawing command. I place the center of the circle at this point and the diameter of this circle is 12. Then I draw the remaining circles without dimensions. We will apply the equal constraint here. I right click to cancel the circle drawing command and now I select 4 circles. But as you can see, while selecting them, I missed the circle and clicked next to it. This causes the geometries to be deselected. That is why I calmly select these circles again. I make sure that 4 circles are selected and I apply the equal constraint. I close the sketch and based on this sketch we will remove material from the solid. We do this using the pocket operation and here we specify the pocket depth. We leave it at 5, I click OK and we have something like this. Now for example, if you wanted to change the height of this section of the solid, you can simply edit the path operation, that is the operation that created this solid. We double click here with the left mouse button, we enter a new value, we press enter and the changes have been applied to the model. And I will quickly show you 2 more operations, the fillet operation which allows you to add rounded edges and the chamfer operation which allows you to add chamfers. I select the fillet operation, I select the edge to which I want to add a fillet, we can select one edge or several and here we specify the fillet radius, for example 5, I click OK and we have something like this. We can also apply the fillet and chamfer operations in another way. First, for example, we select a face and now I select the chamfer operation and here we specify a chamfer dimension of 1. I click OK and the chamfer has been applied to all the edges of the selected face. For these operations we can select edges in the working area while holding the Ctrl key, or for the chamfer operation we select the chamfer operation. We click the select button and now we can select the edges that will be chamfered. Here we specify the chamfer dimension, I click OK and in this way we have created this solid. And using this simple example I was able to show you the basic operations for creating 3D models in 3D CAD systems. And that is all for today, thanks for watching and please subscribe to this channel.